Hey everybody, Tuesday with Tanya. I'm here with Republican candidate Chris Buonanno. Thank you so much, Sean, for coming on.
Thank you for having me on. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming out. Tony's Pizza Palace. Everyone loves this place. The
smells
view.
delicious in here. I can't wait to eat.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of the viewers actually, because I've done a former video here,
yep.
And the viewers were like, "I love that place." Like they're writing in the comments, and so yeah, definitely a nice place. Not too far from Dave's Market, right on Pontiac Ave. Tony's Pizza Palace, locally owned. So we appreciate them having us here. We also appreciate their food they gave to the Hopkins. The Hopkins, what's it called?
Yeah, I had some of the Italian grinders. They were phenomenal. So that was. After a long day of not eating, they hit the spot.
Oh, I know, huh? I know the long primary day, Hopkins victory party, just last week, like a week ago. God,
yep.
Time's flying.
Yeah,
so
feels like it was yesterday.
I know. So we thank them for that, and so thank you so much for coming on. And I had to have.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. I had to have Chris remind me about the whole citywide versus the wards, and then it totally, I remember too, because even Amy Ritchie, my friend, hi Amy if you're watching, Amy had run before, and guys drop a comment now or on a replay, and Amy had run for, I think it was citywide in the past. Yeah,
she ran
with Hopkins maybe?
She ran with Mike Farina was the top of the ticket, Ken was the second position, and Amy, and that's when I was the chair of the party. So I helped,
I helped
recruit her in. She was a good candidate.
Yes, that's right. I forgot about that. You were the chair. That's right. Okay.
Yep.
Good. All right, awesome. So always kind of had an interest, and graduate of Cranston East.
Yep.
Right?
Class 2002.
Yeah, Cranston East. Cranston East sounds good. And then with college, it was.
I went to Rhode Island College.
Yeah.
I majored in communications.
Okay.
I got my bachelor's in 2010, so I went part-time for a little while.
Yeah.
Excuse me, and then I accelerated towards the end, get it done.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got my BA in communications. I worked for the radio station when I was there.
Oh God, I forgot about that station.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wrote a couple articles for the Anchor newspaper.
That was there as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm already forgetting. It's been that many years.
Yep. And then sort of besides getting the degree itself, I got to serve on student government.
Yeah.
And I did 3 years on the executive board, and my final year I was the president of the student government. So that was like one of the most rewarding things about college.
Yeah, being there. Yeah, right at Rick.
With that experience, like you get to sort of go beyond the classroom.
Right.
And you get to see how the college works. You get to see how government works because it's a state institution.
Right.
So it was quite a valuable lesson that I was able to learn through that experience.
I never thought of it that way too. Okay, yeah, I know. Guys, say hi if you want. Drop a comment saying hi. Sounds great. And then, what's it called? But you majored in communications.
I did.
And did you ever think, like even back then, that maybe you'd run for office, or was it a thought or not a thought, or?
Yes.
Like
I think ever since I knew what running for office was, that I wanted to run for office. My dad is a former elected official. He was elected before I was born, and he won one election when I was a little kid.
In Cranston?
Yeah, he was he was a school committeeman in the 70s, a city councilman in the 70s and early 80s, and then he was a state rep in the mid 80s, mid to late 80s.
Okay, so, good.
When you grow up in that, I call it like politics can be like a disease. Like once you catch it, you can't get rid of it. And being involved in politics, being involved in government, being involved in the city and the state, is something that I've always wanted to do since I was a little kid.
Yeah, right. Do you think by seeing him in that though, even gave you the interest more so?
Yeah, I think. I think that he used to bring me along to all kinds of things. At that point, my sister wasn't born yet, so he would watch me during the day, as my mom was a teacher. So he'd watch me during the day. He was self-employed, so if we had something to do, or if he had something to do, many times, I would go with him.
Right.
And we'd go to the State House, or we'd go to City Hall, or we'd go, stuff like that. I actually,
that's awesome.
I was in a commercial when he was a state rep. I don't really remember what it was, but it was a public service announcement. I want to say it was for like drug addiction and how not to do it. And I got to sit in the governor's chair and play with my little Matchbox car.
Get out. wow.
So yeah, I have to find that. I think I haven't thought about that in years, but I'll have to find
That's
where that
awesome.
footage is.
Yeah, that's awesome. Around how old were you at that time?
I was two and a half.
Like really small.
Yeah, that's tiny. Yep.
Wow. And you remember it?
I remember
Yeah.
a couple of snippets. I remember getting out of the car.
Imagine.
My father getting me out of the car and grabbing the Matchbox car in the State House parking lot.
Yeah.
And I remember
Oh my
the workmen bringing this throne that is the Rhode Island governor's chair down to the basement of the State House where we were shooting the commercial.
That's awesome.
I don't actually remember them shooting the commercial. I don't really remember
You
what
were
the
small.
voiceover was. Yeah, but those two things I remember.
That's awesome. Wow, that's nice. I know it would be cool to find that, to get a clip
Yeah, I
of that.
gotta try to find it.
Yeah.
You can use it now.
I'll be like, see, it was always meant to be.
Yeah.
You know, everybody, guys, say hi if you want, or say hi to myself or Chris. We have Chris Buonanno here, Citywide, Cranston City Council. Even if you're watching on a replay. So yeah. So I wondered too, like, let's say your dad wasn't involved. Do you think you still would have maybe eventually found the interest even later in life? Because you're still young, so you think you would have found the interest even? Because some people don't run till they're, who knows, over 50, right? I mean, there's people that run much older too. You know?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that, you know, it's kind of like having brown eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
brown
yeah.
eyes, and that's just what I got.
That's right,
you
right,
know?
right.
I got,
Yeah.
I got this part of my life that's always been something that that I've enjoyed, that I've been interested in, and you know, I feel like I'm pretty confident in my ability to do it. Some people might disagree, but who knows? So, you know, it's just kind of always been that way. So, you know, I don't know if I don't know the answer to that question.
No, that's
It's a
okay.
tough
That's
question.
okay. No, that's okay. No, I just thought of it. Just
Yeah.
no, it's okay. Yeah. So the student government, and then after that, like, when did you eventually get on board with like Cranston? What'd you call it again with that committee?
Republican City Committee.
Yeah.
Shortly thereafter, shortly after college, my roommate in college was the chair, and he was trying to build a committee, and he sort of recruited me in.
Yeah.
And after a few meetings, the vice chair had resigned,
Okay.
so I was elevated to vice chair.
Wow.
And
In Cranston.
In Cranston.
Right, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Cranston Republican City Committee.
Yeah, wow.
And then the chair, my roommate in college, got a job where he couldn't hold both positions, so I was elevated to the chairperson. And I'm very proud of the fact that when I was chairperson, we won our elections.
Right.
You know, we won our elections, and we won them, you know, fairly. And when we won the elections, we were also able, once the elections were done, to work with members of the opposite party for the most part, and get stuff done for Cranston. I always told my, when I say my, I always told the people that were of our party sitting on the council,
Right.
get things done.
Right.
You know, work for the people. When the election comes, all right, you kind of go to your separate corners and run. But
Right.
for the rest of the time, you're there to represent all of Cranston, not just the Republicans. you
Right,
know?
right.
And that's, hopefully, if I'm elected, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm on a, you know, I'm a member of a party,
Yeah.
but, you know, more important than that, I'm a citizen of this city, and I want to do the right thing for our city,
Right. That's right. Right.
most importantly.
Right. Sounds great. Definitely sounds good. So you were young then. So if you got recruited into this committee, it was right
10
after
years
college.
ago.
Like,
Yeah.
You were kind of
I
young.
graduated college a little late. It was probably about 10 years ago, so maybe 10 or 12 years ago.
Yeah. You're still like maybe in your 20s or no, late 20s?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
You're still kind of young.
Yep.
and-
I do math in my head now. Yes, I was
no, that's
in late
okay.
20s.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking it would have still been. It's still young, still, you know, and then you moved up pretty quick.
I had been approached to run for office before.
Okay. By
Even then,
sitting people,
yeah. Yep.
they said, "Hey, we want you."
Yeah, when
Yeah. Okay. Good.
back in 2012, I was asked by the chair of the Republican City Committee, and I got an email from somebody on the Democratic side as well, but I didn't live in the district they were trying to recruit from.
Yeah. Right.
But at that time, it wasn't really right. You know, I still had a lot of things. Yeah,
Timing wise, yeah.
a lot of things going on in my life. You know,
Yeah.
I wasn't married yet. We were, you know, my wife and I were together, but we weren't married yet.
Right.
And I hadn't got my employment all squared away.
Yeah.
Those things are good. I'm married for 13 years, have a family, have a good job. My wife has a good job.
Right.
So,
so we felt more like
that's settled.
Or whatever.
So let's give this a shot.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. That's impressive though that you were asked. That's impressive because that you even asked her, hey, we want you to run, or we think you should run. That's nice. That's really nice. Definitely.
It was flattering at the time.
Definitely nice.
And I did think of it, but it was late. This time I had a lot of time to prepare.
Right.
Get everything going.
Right. Good. No, sounds great. And then I just thought of this now as you're sitting here. So you ever think, like, just in politics in general, there's always good and bad to everything in life. I'm sorry, it's coming to me now. Like, anything good or bad you want to share, something that you really, really love about politics, or something you really, really hate?
I love meeting. I love meeting people. I love meeting the people out.
Yeah.
The constituents. I love helping people.
Yeah.
And I want to see, Cranston do well. I want to see Cranston maintain the position it's in. We got a great city, and I want to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Being a part of that is truly positive.
Yeah.
I think
definitely.
the time that it takes away from my wife and my kids is the negative.
Okay, which would make sense, because it's true. Because if everybody's like, I don't want to use the word pecking at you, but that's how it kind of is. Because like, oh, Chris, I have to ask you this, or one more thing, or hey, you're texting you, or they're emailing you, or it feels like it's a lot of things coming from a lot of directions.
And you know what? That's
so it does get probably busy.
Yeah, it does. And you got to be out there too. Not. If you think about how many votes it's going to take to win, probably 16,000.
It is that many?
Yeah.
Because I forget the math. I forget the population of Cranston.
Yeah. Well, population is there's 30,000 households, 33,000 households. The population is about 83,000 people.
Imagine.
And registered voters is probably, I want to say, in the realm of 50 to 60,000. I don't know that exact number. But in order to win a citywide council race, you need to have probably 16,000 votes. So I don't know 16,000 people.
Right.
I don't think anybody knows 16,000. Well,
like I thought you did.
Hope springs eternal, right?
That's a compliment.
But
no, just
you got to be out there. You got to get your name.
You know a lot of people. I know what you're saying.
You got to get your name out there, and that does take some time away from my family.
Yeah, exactly. So. And maybe even away from yourself, from your own schedule, from your own things.
Well, this is
trying to get done.
Yeah, believe me. I wake up some mornings, I look outside, and I'm like, I should have played golf today. But in the end, I think, I think that my message is getting out there. People know me. They know that I'm doing this for the right reasons.
Right.
It's not self-effacing. It's to work for the city.
Right.
And it's to get things done the right way in our community. So, it's a balance. And
which is good.
It's a balance, and we got to keep the balance going.
Yeah, which is good. I mean, so I'm assuming you have a public email. I'm assuming you have something that's public for the public.
Yeah, my email is the word elect and my last name. So it's ELECTBUONANNO @gmail.com. I have a special phone number set up for my campaign. That's 401-388-0884. Please don't crank me in the middle of the night.
Did that happen?
No.
Sorry.
But if you have any questions, my phone rings. That rings to my cell phone. So.
Oh, so that connects to your phone. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying.
Yep.
Okay. Good. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, because I thought it went that way. I didn't know for sure. Like I thought it went. Okay.
Yeah, it rings to my cell phone. But if I'm in a situation where, like I can't answer. It's against the law for me to do any politics while I'm at work.
I thought of that.
So it's just a mechanism for me to.
I work full time.
Right.
So
it's just a mechanism for me to know this call I'm going to deal with when I leave work tonight,
I was gonna say,
as opposed to this could be an emergency and my house is on fire.
Right. That's right. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. No, exactly. And so Hopkins, we support Hopkins, Mayor Hopkins, and glad that he had his victory party last week. Glad to see him still in the running here, and I know you support him too, and so you've been with him all since day one, right? You've been with him.
Ken, I've known Ken, before he was the mayor, I've known him for probably, I'm going to be 40 years old, so I've known him probably for 30 years. His brother was my Little League coach, and I tortured him for a couple of years playing baseball. Ken's always been, before He was a politician. He was just a good friend of my family.
Yeah.
So, and he's a great human being.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
You know, whether you agree with him
well-rounded,
politically
very
or not,
well-rounded,
you know, it's up to everybody. But I'm supporting Ken.
Oh, definitely.
And I'm proud to be part of his team.
A lot of people are.
Yeah.
A lot of people are definitely supporting him. And I feel like Cranston's doing well. I mean, I don't follow 100% with the politics, but what would you say needs improvement in Cranston in general? I mean, I don't 100%
you know, I want to start by saying Cranston is absolutely one of the greatest communities to live in. If you look around our state, Cranston's probably the best community to live in.
Yeah.
You know, and there are some real nice places here. You know, we have everything in Cranston. We've got everything close to Cranston. And you know, it's in a good spot. I would like to make some improvements in the areas of economic development. One of the things that I think, and that again, it's not to say that we're doing a poor job now. I don't think we are. But you know, there's always room for improvement. Nothing's ever perfect. And I would like to see...
In general, even outside of politics.
Right. I would like to see, you know, more businesses, even more businesses come to Cranston. And by what I want to do is when the next budget comes around, I want to sit down with whoever the mayor is. You know, hopefully it's Ken, and if it's Bob Ferry, we'll sit down with Bob as well. And create a position in the Office of Economic Development whose sole purpose is to help small businesses get off the ground by cutting through some of the red tape. As a city council person, I don't think I have the authority to change, you know, I don't have the authority to change state regulations to open a business. But if we have somebody there that can navigate that person who's just starting out,
I see what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense.
go from step A to step B to step C. That right there
makes sense.
will help people, and it will attract businesses to Cranston. And that'll, you know, encourage sensible economic development, which will then in turn grow the tax base, raise more revenues, and ease the burden on the homeowner. Nobody wants their taxes to go up, and nobody wants their city services to go down. You know, achieving that balance, I think this is one strategy how to do it. And like I said, we're doing a good job now. You know, but this is a way to improve. I also, you know, I want to not that this is an improvement, but our schools are top notch, our fire department is top notch, our police department is top notch. Maintaining their status as some of the premier school systems, fire departments and police departments in the state is a goal. So to maintain that success.
Definitely. Yeah, no, I totally agree with that as well. And yeah, it is beautiful. I mean, I think it's a nice, great city. Awesome. I want to get back here. I did go up here. I did move elsewhere. It's not that far, but by choice. And now I want to come back. Imagine all these years later. But I mean, it's crazy.
So,
you know, it's convenient. It's convenient.
I'm not sure if my wife is watching, but you know, I've told this story 100 times. On our first date, I said, just so you know, I'm not leaving Cranston. So I'm just throwing it out there now.
Good.
You know, so
that's awesome. That's
she will attest to that. Yeah.
That's a good one.
So here we are. Still here.
That's a good one. That's awesome. Hey, it's like get her out of the way. So, you know.
Yeah, I'm just putting this on the table.
Where did she go to high school?
My wife is from Johnston. She went to Johnston.
Okay.
So it's not like she's from, you know, Minnesota someplace. From Johnston.
Yeah, that's awesome. That sounds nice. Yeah, and it's true. I mean, I love it myself. I feel like I'm here. I think people actually think I do live in Cranston. They think I do. Really,
nothing wrong with that.
Really, I know, but really I don't.
There's worse things.
Right, which is okay, because I'm always here and I'm just connected here. Family, friends, some business contacts. And again, guys, also here, another business contact, Tony's Pizza Palace, right on Pontiac Ave. Check it out. They're open tonight, I believe, till 10 p.m. Dine in or takeout.
I'm getting a gyro platter.
Yes, yeah. I saw that. I saw that on the menu.
I didn't eat it yet because I didn't want to get anything on my clothes.
Most of us do.
Yeah.
I know. Well, it's always like at the wrong time. Like when you have an outfit on, like, see, I don't mind about this. Like, this is just...
Yeah, no, this
I don't care, so I probably would have a...
I gotta use
no
this again.
spill.
Yeah.
Like, I'd have a no-spill day, but if it was something important I was wearing, I probably would spill something.
Right.
Like, that's just how life goes, you
Yeah.
know? Well, the spaghetti splashes up at you. I'm like, okay, I'll get penne instead. Forget the
Yeah.
spaghetti, just give me penne, right? But yeah, I like the idea about the small businesses, about the economic thing. And it's true, if anyone watching, just a reminder, support local. I think not everyone does that. People are just so quick to just go to Dunkin' or go to Applebee's, and there's nothing against Dunkin' or Applebee's, but like there's other places that are locally run.
Yeah, spread the wealth.
Like put the money back into like Brood Awakening. Shout out to them or to whoever. I don't know if you
place like this,
a place like this, just exactly.
I've never been here before, and I should have come here at some point, but they're so welcoming. You must be Chris.
So nice.
You know what I mean?
So nice,
They're awesome. So
they're very like family oriented here.
Yeah.
They're great. Right? Old school. I love this place. Yeah.
So you
It's
don't
nice.
get those types of relationships
Yeah.
usually. Sometimes
Yeah.
you do, but you don't get those relationships on
At a
Amazon.
chain.
Or,
I hate to say at
Walmart,
a chain, but at a chain place. I hate to say it, but it's true. It's true. So yeah, that sounds great as far as the economic thing. Anything else you think needed improvements in Cranston that stood out? Or
I mean,
something?
like I said, I wouldn't
Yeah.
call it an improvement, but it's part of my plan to
Yeah.
maintain the success that we've had in our
Right.
city.
Which is hard. Which is
Yeah,
which is,
I mean,
you gotta
sensible
keep
economic
the-
development to make sure that to constantly rely on the homeowner for the tax income is not the best
Yeah.
formula for success.
Right.
So to spread that levy out,
Yeah.
is sort of a goal.
Right.
We want to make sure that we attract businesses here. We want to make sure that we continue the economic development that's been going on.
Yeah.
Places like Garden City, Chapel View, even 20 years ago when the Brewery Parkade was developed, that's economic development, and that's sensible economic development. We want to maintain that to again increase the tax base.
I don't even remember the brewery. Which one's that now?
The brewery where Lowe's and Texas Roadhouse and
There was one over there?
there was a Narragansett Brewery was there.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
and
I didn't even know.
Narragansett Brewery closed down probably I think in the '70s before I was born.
Okay.
And they developed it in 2000.
Okay.
So for years and years it sat vacant.
Wow.
So
I didn't even know.
I don't know.
I didn't even know. That's
Yeah.
pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I didn't know that. I feel embarrassed.
It's all right.
I don't drink beer. I don't drink, or actually any liquor, technically. Well, my grandfather makes wine. He makes wine.
He makes wine.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Oh,
does.
you've had it, right?
Yeah.
You probably had it. Yeah.
Yes, he does.
At the
We needed a
feast.
ride home during the feast. Marcello's wine.
Is that a
We had to
joke?
we had to
Is that
walk
a
a little
joke?
bit. No, I didn't need a ride home. I did walk home.
No. I know, because you're with the... Well, that's another thing.
I was with the
forgot
band,
You're
yeah.
with the Feast Society, so I forgot to mention that, too. So another thing you're doing in the community with the Feast... Were you
I'm-
considered with them? I'm sorry.
Well, no, I'm still a member of the Fee Society.
Okay, right,
I think
okay. Yeah.
I was an officer for years,
Okay, yeah.
and I was able to
Yeah.
do what I wanted to do with the Fee Society,
Yeah.
and sort of turn the page and move on.
Yeah,
I love the Fee Society. I love the
Yeah,
Feast. I think they're doing great things over there. Matt Volpe is a
Good.
good friend of mine.
Yeah, good, good, yeah.
And
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that being involved on the executive board
Yeah.
is like a full-time job.
Okay.
And
yeah.
there was at a point where my bucket was kind of full, and I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't do this anymore. I'm getting too cranky.
Right.
um,
Right.
But
Yeah.
it was
Okay.
a great learning experience. I was
Yeah.
involved and still will be involved
Yeah.
in a non-executive board way at the Peace Society.
Okay, yeah.
My grandfather got me involved at a very young age, and it means a lot to me.
Yeah.
That whole
That whole
thing.
Yeah.
And what else? Not only is it part of my heritage, my family, came here to Knightsville from Etrie,
Yeah.
but it's Cranston too. It's
Yeah,
100%
yeah.
Cranston. When
Oh,
people
yeah.
think of Cranston, they think of a couple things, and one of those things is
Yeah.
St. Mary's Feast.
Right.
So that's something to be proud of.
Right. Okay, yeah. No, awesome. Because but you would have been going through the yards for the charter members? Is that how they do it?
So
I
any
think-
members
or
now,
something.
yeah,
Oh, okay,
any members now.
yeah.
If the band marches from yard to yard.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say.
That's
Yeah.
actually how we met.
That's
I played
how it
cards
was.
with your dad for years.
Yeah, because you played cards with him years ago, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played in the league
Yeah.
when I was 19, so that's
Yeah.
20 years.
I know. Wow. Because
Yeah.
now he's mainly at the product club.
Yeah.
Playing
Well, the
cards,
league
playing cards over there.
the league folded because of COVID. We lost quite a few people because of COVID.
Oh, okay, yeah. Rick Petrella, oh my God. I felt so bad. You knew him, right?
Oh, he's like one of my best friends.
Oh my God. You know, I ran into someone. Who was it? I always say it right. Was it his granddaughter? God, I'm gonna forget. I think it's his granddaughter. Just by chance, it was like a sign from him at the beach.
Oh, really?
I'm like, this girl looks familiar. I was like, I know we just got chatting, just because like the daughter did something cute. I'm like, oh, like I would have did that when I was little or what, you know. We just got chatting. I'm like, yeah, you do look familiar. And then when she ever said that, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I love your grandfather. I'm like,
he was a stand-up guy.
Yeah. My
true
dad,
gentleman.
My dad was close to him too.
True
so,
gentleman,
yeah,
right?
That was so sad.
Yeah, he was a true gentleman.
Oof, the whole COVID wreck of everything. We could go on off topic about COVID, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, the real, the fake result, the test that was right, who died, who died, but really it wasn't COVID, but they put it through as COVID. It's been so much with that. It's just too much to even.
You know, that's one of those moments in time, a period in time, like the quote unquote greatest generation went through the Great Depression.
Yeah.
You know, our generation went through COVID.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, we'll see what the ramifications are. But
I know.
I think we're still feeling that out.
Yeah, you know? Exactly. And so just anything I was going to mention, I'm kind of been wrapping up too, but I didn't ask what was the first thing you want to tackle? Hopefully you'll be in office. So when you're in office, like one of the first things you want to tackle? There
are a couple things that I want to tackle. Probably one of the first things is to begin that conversation with the powers that be for that person in the economic development office. I think, you know, our economic development director now, you know, he does a good job. I think his name is Franklin Paulino. Does a great job. The guy, the gentleman before him, I think, did a great job. His name is Larry DeBoni. They both, you know, we've been fortunate to have those two people over the last year. They need help. They need help because that not only is a full-time job, they need help. You know, so we can give the proper service to people that want to come to Cranston. So that's goal one.
Good.
And that's not going to happen overnight. We need to wait for a budget to pass for that, for FTEs to be created and things like that.
But right. It does exactly.
Setting the groundwork for that is number one.
Right.
Number two, you know, I want to get the city council. If I'm lucky enough to be on the city council, I want to get the city council out of the gridlock that it's been in for at least the past year. You know, I think when I hear from people out on the street and I look at what's going on, I want to get, you know, the momentum moving towards city business, passing things, achieving results, you know, and move past some of the gridlock. And that means we're going to all have to work together, Republicans, Democrats, working together towards a better city. I want to try to facilitate that conversation.
Do you think they don't get along? I know I should know the answer to that.
Democrats and Republicans?
Currently? Current council?
I think the current council has some improvement as far as improvement needed. You know, I'm not disparaging anybody. I mean, I think the people that step up and serve do a good job, but I think that they can do a better job.
Okay.
And part of that is working together and working across party lines. And I want to try to facilitate that conversation. I'm not going to be a hyper-partisan person. You know, I'm running as a... So,
I don't mean to, just to know the lingo.
So if a proposal comes up, and I'm a Republican, so I'm a Republican. If a proposal comes up and it's from a Democrat, but it's a good idea, I'm not going to say it's a bad idea because it comes from a Democrat.
Good.
And I hope, and I have confidence.
I was thinking that as you were about to explain it. Okay, I'm sorry.
And I have confidence that, you know, the Democrats that get elected will, if I come up with an idea, they're not going to poo-poo it just because I'm a Republican.
That's right.
You know, I think, you know, that's how government is supposed to work.
Right.
We're supposed to have a back and a forth, and we're supposed to come together. And, you know, there's an old saying, you know, government is like making sausage. You don't really want to know what's in it, but you know that it tastes good at the end.
That's
right?
cute.
So,
that's a good one.
you know, we gotta get back to that. We gotta start making, you know, we gotta start making Cranston work and run.
Right.
You know, and that takes a collaboration of everybody.
Right. Well, sounds good. So if you could be like a moderator, kind of.
I just want to open, open the lines of communication.
Sounds good.
You know, I just want to open the lines of communication.
Good.
And I don't have any inside knowledge that, like, you know, but I feel like that's something that could be improved.
Yeah. Good. All right, good. All right.
There's a couple of small little ideas that, you know, bounce around in my head, but those are the two big ones.
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to share or save them? The small
So-
idea. It's up to you. I don't want to. It's up to you. I don't want to.
You know, this might seem trivial
Yeah.
and stupid, but this is breaking news for one of my ideas.
Yeah.
If you look at our city seal,
Oh.
it says, City of Cranston, and on the bottom it has the 2 years that Cranston was incorporated.
Okay.
1754 and 1910. It was incorporated as a town, and then it was incorporated as a city. And there's a dash in between.
Okay.
That to me says it was born, the dash, and then it died.
Oh, I know.
Right?
Yeah.
If you have a year and then a dash and then another year, that's
that's
born,
true.
lived, died. I want to change that dash to a star, so it doesn't look like
that's
Cranston
cute.
was born and Cranston died. That's been bothering me since I was 10 years old.
Yeah, that's
and
cute.
if I get elected, that's going to be probably the third thing, because it's not that important.
Yeah.
But it
That's
bothers
cute.
me.
That is cute. That is cute. Yeah. Yeah.
There you
Why
go.
not? It's true. That's
Right.
good. That's good. Any other little small things? Or,
No, that's it.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah. No. Good.
That's all I got
good,
right now.
Good. No, it sounds like a lot.
I'm sure once I get there, I'm going to be,
Yes.
throwing a lot of information, and
Because you're
I'll
going
have
to
a
be
lot
in
of
it.
yeah.
Like you're going to be in it, and then you're going to start. Oh yeah, brainstorming. Let's do this way or this. Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I mean,
yeah,
and I also have to win the election first.
Right.
So,
Right.
Yeah. If you have any questions,
Yeah.
send me an email, send me a Facebook message, electbuonanno@gmail.com. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. And, kind of here, asking for your vote.
Yeah.
Tell your friends, tell your family if you like what I have to say. And, I'd appreciate the support. I can tell you that, no matter what I do over the course of the term,
Yeah.
I got to put my head on the pillow knowing that I did the best I could for our
Yes.
city.
Yeah.
Not the best for my party, not the best for, specific people, but ultimately every city councilor
Yeah.
and mayor and state rep and elected official is there for their constituency.
That's right.
And,
right.
I take that very seriously.
Yeah, good.
That's
good.
chief.
Yeah, no, I mean, like the people are the most important.
Yeah.
Yeah, more important.
And we have
than-
parties
yeah.
and we have friends and we have allies and everything, but,
Yeah.
the most important thing is to
Yeah.
sleep good at night
Right.
and do the best you can for the people you serve.
Right, good. Sounds great. Sounds awesome. Thanks so much for coming on.
Well, thank
And
you.
Thank you. Anything
appreciate
we missed or anything?
Now, you're the
maybe
professional
covered?
here. I'm
No, I'm just saying. I mean, I think we covered everything. I'm just trying to,
Yeah.
This is awesome.
No,
Yeah,
thank you. If you're out there watching, I appreciate it.
Yeah, like and share. Like and share.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
And now, the best thing,
Yeah.
I get to eat.
That's my line.
Oh, sorry.
I love to eat. That's part of the problem. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Feel free to like and share. And next week, I'm going to have on, oh, God, I hope I remember her name. She's one of the, for that very seat we were talking about, the state senate, 25. The Republican for state senate, 25. Is it Karen? Just bringing it. I'm losing my, what's the word? I'm having a brain fog.
Trying to think
State
of
Representative 25, Karen. Karen, hello, Karen. I know I have it on the tip of my tongue, but anyway, she's a Republican nominee. I guess she's going against Dimitri, the one.
Okay.
That, it would
No,
be the
Richard
Republic-
Fasher's running
oh,
against
Karen,
Dimitri.
Karen Gorman.
I know
Who's
a guy
that?
named Richard Fasher that's
Is
running.
he is he independent? Maybe he's independent.
I don't know. No, Richard Fasher's going against Kelsey. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Judson
Let's
Johnson.
see. Let's see.
That's in
yeah.
Johnson. You take me out of Cranston, my magical powers disappear. I gotta run.
No, you're fine. That's okay. I forgot her name. I feel so bad. I forgot her name. So Karen Gorman, next week, Republican candidate for, I believe it's state senate seat 25. And thanks, guys. Like and share. And don't forget, vote Chris Buonanno, Republican. But like he said, it's not about that. It's about helping the people. We can get beyond party lines. And so well said. I think you said it the right way. So thank you. Appreciate
Thanks,
that.
everybody. Thanks for watching.
Honest guy right here. I'm gonna test.
I
to that.
appreciate
No,
you
really,
having me,
are.
Tanya.
You are, so
It's
that's
been
good.
great, so thank
That's
you.
good. Thank you, guys. All right, like and share.